Listening 127. Listen and read.
The Gold Rush. California is one of the most famous states in the USA. It is the home of Hollywood and cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco. But until 1848, San Francisco was only a tiny village with a few hundred people. Then something happened. People found gold there. Between 1848 and 1855, over 300,000 people travelled to California to look for gold. This time was called the Gold Rush. The Gold Rush started when James Marshall, a man who worked in a mill in California, saw little pieces of shiny yellow metal in the river. He was very excited to find it was gold. The mill owner tried to keep it a secret, but soon people found out about the gold and started to arrive in California. They came from all over the world. Some were Americans, but many came from places like China, Mexico, Europe, and Australia. The people looking for gold were called prospectors. Many travelled by ship, and some travelled overland on horses and wagons. At first, many people found gold and became rich. They found it by panning for gold with a big pan. They put water and small stones into the pan, then shook it. As gold is heavier, it went to the bottom of the pan, where the prospector could find it easily. Looking for gold was very hard work. The prospectors lived in tents and cooked on fires. Life was very hard, and many became ill. After a few years, most of the gold from the rivers was gone. Then most of the prospectors found very little gold and were very poor. When the gold ran out, everyone left the camps and tried somewhere else. In fact, there are still some empty towns in California from this time. There are lots of empty buildings, but nobody lives there now. One example is Bodie in California. Tourists can visit it today to find out more about life during the gold rush. But the city of San Francisco grew and is now one of the biggest cities in the USA. It is thanks to the gold rush that the city became so successful. Gold Rush facts. People used their old ships to build houses. Today, you can still see old ships below buildings in San Francisco. Children play panning for gold games at parties.